welcome to the Gameswell Show, episode 6...
Seven? Something like
the
that.
Gameswell
6?
Weekends.
Yeah, it's somewhere up there.
We're losing count.
Yeah, we're getting too many.
We are.
Too much.
We've been out for less than 2 months, and we've released this will be video 36 total.
Yep.
In about 6 weeks.
Gameswell number 36.
I don't think that's how it works.
Anyway, I'm Andrew, I'm your host, and we just talk about video games. Everyone brings a topic every week, or unless I'm doing a review show, and we just hang out and talk about the topic. So today I've got Thomas and Jessica with me, and we're going to start the show the same way we start every show with, what have you been playing?
I finished Sunset Overdrive with the little Games with Gold stuff.
Nice.
It was really good. I really liked it. Similar game, Saints Row 4 kind of. I'm in the middle of, and it's just kind of, I don't know, it's okay. It's not as good as Sunset Overdrive, in my opinion. For instance, if I can, there's this one mission, and it's kind of making fun of stealth missions in games and stuff, and they have some good jokes in it. But the mission itself is like one of the worst stealth missions I've ever played. And I don't think that it's entirely satire. I think it's just bad game design. So it's like, guys, make a good game first before you start criticizing other games.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where I stand with this. I enjoy the humor, the gameplay, and it leaves a lot to be desired in my opinion.
Okay. If you like Sunset Overdrive, you'd like Ratchet because it's the same developer.
Really?
Yes, Insomniac went off and did Sunset Overdrive.
Well, I'm gonna try that then. I really did like Sunset Overdrive.
You will love Ratchet.
Sunset was like the one game that, like, when the Xbox One came out, I was like,
Yep, same here.
Like, I'm definitely a PS4 person, but yeah.
Yeah, so because it was Insomniac, I was like,
Yeah. Especially for you, because you are a Ratchet fan.
I'm a huge
Well, if you guys ever want to come over and play,
awesome.
feel free.
If you ever want to borrow Ratchet, I'm done with it. So. Jessica?
Okay, I have been playing Uncharted 2. So I know people probably expected maybe for me to say 4 because, you know, that's the one that just came out. But I've never played the Uncharted series at all. So I started 1 late last week. I finished that up super quick. And then, yeah, I'm on 2.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping to finish that up maybe in the next 48 hours and then move on to 3 and start 4 here pretty soon. But I know he's going to be hogging the PlayStation 4 for a while for it, so
I'm so excited.
I'm going to have to, like, fight to get in there.
Yes. Alright. Awesome.
Yeah.
I've been playing Witcher constantly.
You have been playing Witcher constantly.
It
Yes,
is
that has
so
not changed
good.
from last week.
Anything that I said about it being too big, I lied. It's good. It's so good. I thought I was at the end of it, and then it's like, nope, you're just 2/3 of the way through. I was just like, are you kidding me?
That game never ends.
I've probably put close to 80 hours
That's
into it.
another one I definitely want to try soon.
It's so good. It's got such deep lore. I think you.
It
you
also
and Emily
has
both really
such boobies.
Yep.
constantly.
It does have boobies.
Non-stop boobies.
That's not non-stop. It's not as good as the first one.
No.
But all right, Witcher, Sunset Overdrive, Uncharted.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
We're moving on to topics now. Thomas, what do you got for us today?
So, there's been a lot of stuff in the news lately with, like, the Dark Souls board game coming out. Dark Souls board game. It's the Bloodborne card game.
Yes.
Very similar.
I don't know if I mentioned, but, like, Rebellion is actually heavily based off of a computer game from, like, 99.
Really?
Yeah, like, heavily based. So I was just wondering, what video games do you guys think would transition really well into a board game?
That is such a good question.
That is a really good question.
That is a really good question.
And as an extension of that, if you guys are up to it, what do you think the mechanics might kind of change to? Because for instance, I was doing a little bit of research on this today. There's a BioShock Infinite board game.
Yeah.
But instead of playing as Booker, is that his name?
Yeah, Booker.
You actually play as, like, the different factions trying to control Columbia.
Okay, that makes sense.
So there's a little bit of creative freedom here, if you guys are up for that.
Okay.
So,
Oh man.
That's a good question.
This
do you
is
want
a
me to-
really.
Do you want me to start?
Yeah,
So
go
I
ahead.
can tell your process.
Yes, I am.
Because I have something that, like, with the Witcher expansion, the final Witcher expansion that's coming out at the end of the month, if you order the limited edition, it comes with Gwent card sets, which Gwent is the in-game card game that you can play against pretty much anyone in the game. And there's like 150 cards to collect. It's really challenging. There's a lot of strategy in it. And it actually comes with, like, printed copies of it in, like, a nice box. So there's that. So, like, I mean, that's a thing that's already coming out because there's a mechanic already for it. But I like the idea of mini games, like, coming out in real life, not so much the game. For example, like the Final Fantasy games, I know you're familiar with, like, Triple Triad and stuff like that would be really fun to play.
Triple Triad would be cool.
And because they're really simple. But as far as actual like game mechanics, or like an actual game, an Uncharted game would be fairly easy to do. Race to the treasure kind of thing. So.
You know, okay, so this is kind of like a weird game because I don't think tons of people played it, but it was really fun. Ni no Kuni.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so like there's a game and you play it at the casino, like the undead casino where the skeleton man is the guy who's hosting it.
Yeah.
And I think it's called Kerplunk. It's called Kerplunk or Splatoon or something. No, it's not. Splatoon is, I think it's Kerplunk.
Okay.
It's something
like
piratey because like the cards have some sort of pirate theme to them or something like that. And it's so incredibly fun. It's a card game that Dan and I, Dan from the show, actually one night decided to try to make it with like our cards, and it's weird because when you're playing it with regular cards, I don't know, but if they had like a little deck that was sold for like $10 that was that game and had like the little rules in there and stuff like that, totally buy it. That would be really fun.
Dan actually got so into it that he just came into our room one day when we were at home and just started playing it on Jessica's account just because he was
yes, I was in the middle of playing this game and like I was on one side of the world. Luckily I think I have like my fast travel thing at that point. But I was on like one side of the world and I come home and I was going to continue playing it that night and I'm like at the casino up 40,000 gil or gold or whatever and I was just like, how did this happen? And Dan's like, oh, I was just playing. I didn't do any story stuff, but like I just gambled for you a lot. And I was like, all right, I didn't mind. I mean, it's just more money for me. So, but yeah, that game, like also that mini game got me rich because it's super easy once you figure it out.
Oh yeah, it's broken. It's inherently broken.
It's a little broken, but it's really fun.
Yeah.
So that would be cool.
What's the game in Mass Effect? The
one.
Quasar.
That's what it is.
Maybe like a quasar machine. That would be pretty cool.
Someone made one.
I'm surprised too.
Somebody made a Star Destroyer into a PC. Like, why do we not have a quasar machine yet?
You know what? I bet if we dug through like the Mass Effect subreddit thing, I bet you somebody's done it.
Oh yeah.
Somebody has to have.
I'm sure.
But that would be
made
cool.
Like a personal one, but I mean,
We mass produced
commercial one. That would be great.
So I don't know. Yeah, I think Uncharted would be pretty easy to do. Just like find the treasure first kind of thing.
It'd be kind of lame though.
I mean, I'm not.
Like I feel like Assassin's
good.
Creed, Uncharted, like because it would be what you said. It'd be like, oh, get to the finish,
Yeah.
Well, there is actually an Assassin's Creed board game.
Really?
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's based off of the multiplayer actually.
Okay.
From Revelations.
Oh no, I did know that because I remember seeing like the little like figures of each of the assassins.
I don't know if they're figures. They're more cardboard.
Oh well, I don't remember, but I remember seeing.
There is some other HeroClix I think has the figures.
Oh, maybe that's what I'm thinking of then.
I have no idea what those things are, but like.
I think they're just collectibles maybe.
Yeah,
there might be some sort of game to them.
Which is terrible for me because I love collecting things, so I'm just avoiding it. I don't want to learn how to play. But yeah, I think the whole like transition from like Bloodborne and Dark Souls into a board game is a really cool idea. Especially because like the series is at an end. It's a way for like these people to generate more money off the IP. I mean, we'll see another Dark Souls game. It just won't be from Software.
I feel like Mass Effect Risk kind of embodies Mass Effect pretty decently.
Oh, most definitely.
But like, I almost feel like if they made it off of, well, I don't know, if they made like a Mass Effect 3, because okay, what's weird is like I really like this concept and I've actually used it for D&D campaigns, is galactic readiness as a thing. And so for me, it'd be cool if they made like a Mass Effect 3 board game and like you did certain things to accomplish, to like get your galactic readiness up and then you like fought the final thing. But I don't know how exactly you'd do that.
Yeah.
You could do something I know I talked about Rebellion just a ton lately, but it kind of has a similar theme in that the Reapers would just be like, just kind of steamrolling the galaxy and humanity / other aliens.
Yeah.
Just kind of be trying to like
kinda
build up somewhere secretly, just trying to hold out, until they had enough strength. So that might work in a kind of rebellion kind of situation.
I feel like that's kind of similar to how Mass Effect Risk works. It's kind of similar to
A
Rebellion
little bit,
actually.
yeah.
There's like some similarities. It's not as secretive though.
Yeah, there's no like hidden base or anything.
Okay.
I think that's the big difference. Right?
There's some sort of hidden thing though.
There.
I don't know. We have to play. We've only played a couple times.
Yeah. It's fun though.
It is really fun, but something like that. But honestly, to me, like as somebody who does DM sometimes, the whole galactic readiness thing did work best as like making it a D&D campaign and kind of having that sort of theme to it was really fun.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
Yeah, it was set more in like medieval times because Dungeons and Dragons. Which I mean you can alter it to make it sci-fi related, but it's harder. It's a lot. It's a lot of work because you have to make basically a new class system, new races. But I translated it into medieval times. I sound really nerdy right now. I guess it doesn't really matter, but
I mean, I don't think
really
anyone's
cool.
like watching this channel being like nerds.
Yeah, exactly. But it was really fun though. I really like that concept. It makes me like talking about it makes me really want to DM now.
Yeah,
so.
Do it.
We did D&D. But yeah. That was
a really cool topic.
Yeah, that was interesting.
I
feel like mine is just generic now, but I'm gonna go roll with it anyway.
All right, are you doing yours next?
No.
Oh, it's me next.
Because last, because he's the host and the most important.
He's the golden child. Okay, so now is it my turn for my fabulous topic?
Yes.
Okay, so because of the release of Uncharted 4, sorry, I have Uncharted on the brain right now because that's what I'm playing, and you know how it goes.
It's like me last month.
It is. But because of Uncharted coming out, and like this being the final installment in the series.
Mm-hmm. At least from Naughty Dog.
At least from, well, and like, I mean, who knows? Maybe they'll like come up with something that's like following somebody else. You know what I mean? Like in the same universe or something. Mm-hmm. But for right now, this is the final game. And this is supposed to be the end of Nate Drake's adventures, everything. So I've been thinking a little bit about like what are some of the best adventure games, because there's been a lot of developers being like, oh, we're gonna come out with a new Uncharted, or it's gonna have an Uncharted feel. I think they're kind of banking on like how popular that series is and that's coming to an end. So I was going to ask the question, what's your favorite adventure action video game series? But I thought I'd make it more broad and just say what's your favorite genre in general and name some of like the reason, like the titles that make it that way and why. So yeah. Okay. You guys whoever wants to start.
Mine used to be first-person shooters. I think we talked about this a little bit on the show before.
Yeah, we have.
I used to really be into like COD and Halo and that kind of thing. Mm-hmm. Not so much anymore. I would say now I'm more of a third-person open-world adventure kind of player. Like with Assassin's Creed and the Arkham series probably being definitely up there. I'm still in the middle of Mad Max, but I really like it.
Mad Max is fun.
So that would definitely be kind of an example of that too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you're definitely an adventurer, like adventure person.
Yeah.
Adventure class.
Yes.
Mine is gonna be RPG.
Yeah.
Hands down. I mean, and like I guess like the big thing for me is like, do I want to go Japanese RPG or Western RPG? Because there's things about each one I like a lot. JRPGs tend to be more confined. There's not as much like deep lore in it. Like Western RPGs like Skyrim, Witcher, Fallout has like this deep lore where you find these journal entries and you can you can dive right down that rabbit hole really fast. Where JRPGs, like yes, there's a backstory and there's like the established worlds and they're really well developed, but it's all on the surface. It's a lot easier. It's a lot more accessible in a way.
That is like a really good way of putting it, because like there are many differences between Western and JRPGs. I was gonna say like, yes, I don't know what I'm trying to say, but yeah, like JRPGs and Western RPGs. But like one of the biggest things is I feel like the story for JRPGs is very much within the characters, and like when as far as lore goes, you don't really get much deeper than like, oh, this character has a secret backstory that you find out like halfway through the game.
Yeah.
And
you always know who it is at the beginning of the game.
Yeah, and it's like very relationship based.
Yes.
And and that's how all like the Final Fantasy games and stuff are. Like there is a larger story behind it all, but the focus is the characters.
And their interactions,
with Western ones, not so much the focus on the characters, because like that's you get stuff like Skyrim and Fallout and stuff. It's more like
you're part of a bigger picture.
Yes, it's the lore is the importance, not the characters, because you could be any single person in the world playing this character in Fallout, and you're not. It's not like you know what I mean. It's
so I think for me, like whether I'm in the mood for JRPG or Western RPG is really like what itch do I want to scratch, like as like what I'm looking at playing. So.
That makes complete
sense. But I've always, ever since Final Fantasy IX, I've always said that RPGs are my favorite genre, because like it used to be platformers, and platformers are a close second. But I have more fun with RPGs. I can really just dive head first and just get lost in it, and that's what I've done with The Witcher, and that's why I've been so into The Witcher. I'm just lost in that world.
You know what Western RPG I would say kind of breaks that mold though is Mass Effect.
I was thinking actually when you were talking about all that, almost any BioWare RPG really is kind of like that. Even Knights of the Old Republic, a super old game. The
that
secret
really
backstory of the characters
Yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah.
That's all very much a part
She
of it.
doesn't know yet, so.
She doesn't
About
know.
what?
She hasn't finished Knights of the Old Republic, so she doesn't know the secret backstory.
Like the big secret.
Yeah.
It's how has that not been spoiled for you?
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
That's
Finish
I
that,
probably
by the
do
way.
know it,
Oh,
but
okay.
I just...
You probably do.
I've
There's
tried
no
playing
way.
Knights of the Old Republic, and I was just like, oof, I don't know. But I want to, because I love BioWare. BioWare is actually probably my favorite developer.
Yeah.
But,
Cool.
yeah, I would say that for me, I would have to jump on board the RPG thing. And I would actually I prefer JRPGs more, but I almost would lump all of BioWare's games in with more of a JRPG styling. Because to me, like, obviously they're Western RPGs, but they have the same feel as far as the close character connections as a JRPG. And they kind of fit certain things more.
I think they do a really good job of straddling that middle ground because you have that deep lore with like the Genophage and stuff with Mass Effect and
But
stuff like that.
it's the same amount of lore that you would get in a JRPG, I feel like.
That's
And
true.
even then, the Genophage is, by the end of the series, not to spoil anything, very much a part of the story too.
That's true. That's true. So
Yeah, you don't really have stuff that's irrelevant that you learn. You know what I mean?
That's true.
Whereas in Fallout, you can go through the entire game and not know an entire set of lore just because you haven't been reading.
Yeah, I don't
you
know any of the Fallout lore.
Exactly. And like you can do the same thing with Skyrim. Like
Yeah.
it's really easy to just miss stuff. Or like the Dark Souls games too.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
definitely
You can
Dark
go
Souls,
through the
yeah.
entire game and only know the dialogue you have with people and none
But
of this
there's
other
hardly any
information.
of that.
Yeah,
Like-
exactly.
Like,
With stuff like JRPGs and the BioWare games, it's like that is like nothing is really told that doesn't really matter.
Like stuff can get more fleshed out in like, you know, in-game notes or diagrams or whatever, but it's not like you learn something completely, you know, out of the blue.
Yeah.
what's interesting though is that you bring up Dark Souls. Dark Souls is actually technically made by a Japanese company.
Oh, really? I didn't
Yes.
know that.
Yes,
That's
it's
funny.
From Software and Bandai Namco are Japanese. At least Bandai is.
Yeah, Bandai
I'm pretty
is.
sure From is as well.
I don't know.
I'm actually gonna look that up really
Yeah,
quick.
look it up. Why not?
But yeah, it's at least published by a Japanese company, a very Japanese company, like heavily Japanese company.
Interesting.
Yep. So and I think that's maybe their attempt to make a Western RPG.
Yeah.
Yep, it's a Japanese video game company founded in 1986.
Wow.
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 I mean, we live in such a global world now. It's like
Yeah.
Yeah.
JRPG and Western RPG are just kind of terms. They're not really
And you know what?
completely strictly regional.
I think slowly and surely they're merging too.
I think it's interesting to see the rise of the European RPG too with The Witcher. Because it takes the Western RPG and really like blows it out of proportion, but in a tactful way. And maybe that's just my Witcher like love currently coming out, but I think they're kind of pushing the Western RPG past where it's supposed to be or where it has been.
See, and I think for me, I shy away from that more. Like I don't mind games. I like games like Skyrim and Fallout and stuff like that. But for me, I can only play Skyrim or Fallout for like an hour and a half. Like I've never beat those games because to me it's like this is cool and all, but like where is my best friends in this story? Like who are my people? Yeah, that's the thing. Is like I don't really like being on my own in a video game. I don't like this big open sandbox. Like I want I want the game to make me cry at some point.
I mean, The Witcher is going to be up your alley then because it's. I think the thing about Fallout and Skyrim is like you make your own character, so like you're supposed to kind of adapt their personality, like imagine their
But
personality.
even like with Mass Effect, you make your own character. That game made me
But they
cry
have
like 4
dialogue.
times. Yeah, that's true.
And see, The Witcher is like you are Geralt. You are. I mean, because in a sense, like you are Commander Shepard. You just change how they look.
Yeah.
And like what they say. Whereas Geralt's
Yeah.
the same way.
That's true.
With Skyrim too. I mean, you can get, you know, other characters who kind of become an integral part of your story, even though they're not so much written into the story. Like,
Yeah.
one of the famous companions in Skyrim is Lydia, because like everybody meets Lydia at some point for the most part.
It's just like, and I remember
Yeah.
meeting Lydia, but like, the guy who I ended up choosing though was the wizard guy because he was awesome
Oh,
at.
You could just sit. You could literally sit on the ground and watch.
There
him
was
kill
one
dragons.
time that he saw a dragon and he killed it for me.
Yeah, before I.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did that for me before you
and that's
saw
a
it.
completely unscripted moment.
Yeah.
That you remembered, and that becomes part of your story. And I mean,
It does,
maybe
but at
that's
the
not up
same
your
time, I
alley,
was
but-
just like, I don't know. See, and that's the thing. Like, I like them; they're fun. But for me, I need something that grips me by the heartstrings.
It's a little bit more structured.
Yes, I do. I want structured. I want more dialogue. I want like. Yeah.
I think that's why I enjoyed Fallout 4 more than I did Fallout 3 is because
Yes.
it's,
It's definitely like that.
yeah, exactly. Like
Yes.
I also enjoy Skyrim, but I can also only play it for like a few hours and I take like weeks off and I forget where I am and I've never really gotten super far. I think my pride and joy of Skyrim is getting my blacksmithing to level 100 just because I sat there and made iron daggers
insane.
for like 80 hours.
I think that's what makes BioWare something that I was just
What's wrong with
thinking.
you?
He's insane. He literally. I remember watching him
It wasn't
do this.
80 hours, but it was like 6.
It
And
was
I just wanted the
insane.
trophy.
I think that's
Alright.
what kind of another thing though, just real quick, that sets BioWare apart from stuff too, is because I feel like with the sandboxy Western RPGs, you definitely have a choice system. Like with Fallout and Skyrim, like you can choose how you go about things, but with JRPGs, you generally don't. It just happens.
Yeah.
And with BioWare, you get the best of both worlds. Because I really love making choices and having morality play into it, and like, are you good or evil? Who are you friends with? Who are you not friends with?
Yeah.
Yeah, best of both worlds. BioWare's my favorite. That's what it
BioWare's
comes down
definitely
to.
like my top 5.
Yeah.
Me too.
Alright.
Yeah, I know you're a huge BioWare fan, so.
Yeah.
I mean, we all are. I'm just saying, like, I know, like, for me, it's like, I know Thomas loves BioWare games because we've had so many conversations about them, like, outside of stuff trendy and stuff, and, like, I live with you, so I know what you're playing constantly.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yep.
Alright. Final topic. My topic. Pokemon Sun and Moon just announced a bunch of details yesterday, and people are excited. My question is, does Pokemon still matter?
The real question is, what starter are you guys going to choose?
I mean, I know.
I'm
Charizard?
kidding.
Is that still an option?
I hope so. Well, Charizard would never a starter anyway. I'm an idiot.
Charmander.
Yeah.
I was a Squirtle guy. I know you were Charmander.
Oh yeah.
Because we regularly have this conversation,
Oh, yeah.
way more than we should as mid-20-year-olds.
Yes.
I recently saw something on like Imager or something, and it was like, this daughter like asked this dad about like, have you ever played Pokemon before? And then it just showed, there's a picture of like the two of them on the couch with like his binder of Pokemon cards, like educating her in the ways of Pokemon. And it's like, that's cool that we've come to that point, where
I mean, it's been 20 years.
Yeah, the kids that used to play Pokemon are now like parents of the kids that are now playing Pokemon. And like, does Pokemon matter to me now? No, not really. I don't really care. But, if that's your thing, that's cool. And it's cool that it's just kind of bridged the generational gap now at this point.
Yeah. I think that's a really good point. I hadn't even thought about the whole generational gap. Like, I don't have kids.
It's
I haven't had kids for a while.
as the big sister of a 6 and 7-year-old, like 2 little sisters that I have. Yeah. Like, it's insane. I go and they ask me, like, they've asked me before, like, do you have Pokemon cards? And I'm like, yeah, I had like 2,000 of them when I was younger. I really, really liked my Flying Pikachu card that I had and had 5 little stars at the bottom. It was worth a lot of money. Like, and like, so for me, it's like, that was something that I was obsessed with as a child. And now they are reaching the same age that I was when I started being obsessed with it. And it's weird that after 20 years, like, that is still something that they talk about. Like, that is what they talk about like with their friends at lunch. And how crazy is that? That's mind-blowing.
I remember when she's 14 now, your 14-year-old sister, really got into Pokemon for the first time, and like she would like message me on Facebook asking me questions, and like that was when I was still like really into Pokemon. It was only a couple of years ago, but like I was playing Soul Silver constantly, and like that was my jam. And she was messaging me, and I was like, this is cool.
Yeah.
But like we're at like with this next generation, we're looking at probably over 800 Pokemon at this point. Like, we're at like 760 right now.
More than that, like...
Yeah, like, we're at a lot. It's a very high number. It's in the high 700s. And so we're easily going to push past 800 with this next generation.
And a lot of people complain about that. I feel like they're like, oh, I missed when there was 151 and that was all there was. But at the same time, like, you have to kind of evolve and change. So I feel...
Evolve?
Ooh, look at that.
No, okay, so like with that though, like I really don't care how many Pokemon there are. 150 are the ones that I care about. The next like 100 or whatever with Silver and Gold are cool too. I don't really remember them as well. But what do you guys feel like about there being more Pokemon? Because on the one hand, it's like, why not have more? Like, obviously it's to make money, to have people have to buy the games. But on the other hand, like, yeah, like it's good to have kids who like, this is their Pokemon now. These are their Pokemon when they get into it. But on the other hand, one of them was an ice cream cone. Like,
one of them was literally a bag of trash.
Yeah.
He was a bag of trash.
Yeah.
His name was Trubbish.
I mean, Aren't we all? Aren't we all just bags of
We
trash?
actually talked about this at work today.
Really?
Yeah, about how one of them is just named Trubbish and he's a trash bag.
I mean, there's one that's a chandelier.
That's true, but he's cool. He goes
It's
fine
a
with that.
chandelier.
He's evolved from a little tiny candle that's adorable, turns into like almost a menorah, and then turns into a chandelier.
Yeah, it's very weird.
Ghost fire type.
It's very
it was
weird.
awesome. I love chandelier.
But I don't know.
Like, aren't they? I don't know. I always thought they were supposed to be kind of like animals, at least. Like
Okay.
But you know what? At the same point, because there's actually somebody who wrote about this, and it was really funny to read, because there are like all of these people who are complaining about the new Pokemon. Like literally in the first generation, you had a magnet, an electric ball, you know,
Three
at one
magnets
point,
put together.
Three magnets put together, like Diglett, which is just like a thing
Yeah.
coming
I
out
don't
of the
want to
ground.
think about
Like
what Diglett is.
Mr. Mime.
yeah, Mr. and
Who's a-
Jinx.
Yeah, who are just creepy like people. They just
Yeah.
do this all the time. Like this is their
I was
job.
wondering about that. Like, are they like slaves? Like, what is going on there?
I mean, like all of Pokemon. Pokemon is just animal fighting.
Yes.
Yeah, but like they're like basically human beings. Like that's kind of messed
I
up.
mean, especially because like they're psychic types, so like they're like they have a higher
I
level
feel
of
like
functionality.
Mr. Mime probably has like this tragic story of once was human, but it was cursed and can only say mime, mime.
And can just go like this, and like that's it. It has like these weird glove hand things.
Oh gosh, what are some of the other ones though? Oh, like Executor, which is like eggs at the beginning.
Yeah.
It's just 3 eggs.
Yeah. It's execute and then
Execute, that's what I was thinking,
Yeah.
which is egg, and then Executor, which is like egg tree.
Yeah, egg tree.
Egg tree, like that's not how eggs work at all.
Yeah. I don't know, like I'm excited about Sun and Moon, but like at the same time it's like why am I excited about this still? Like the game is the exact same, get the 8 badges, go to the Elite Four, finish it.
Legend of Zelda. It's the formula. The formula is fun. The formula works. You change the environment. You add new tools, which in Zelda's case is his actual tools he uses. With Pokemon's case, you add Pokemon, and it changes the game.
Enslaved animals.
Enslaved animals.
I think the question is like not why are you excited, but does it matter why you're excited?
I
Like
think so.
if you're enjoying yourself, like
Yeah.
great, you know?
Mhm.
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter why, or you don't have to question yourself about it.
Yeah. I just like will I never not be excited? Will my hype finally die and be like, I'm done with Pokemon? Like, will I ever be done with Pokemon?
Pokemon will always be one of the best games whenever you're waiting at an airport, waiting
Oh,
at
yeah.
a doctor's office.
Yes.
Anything where you don't feel shame in doing it, like pull out your DS.
I have no shame.
Exactly. And like pastime. It's fun. It's a fun game. It's not supposed to be like the new Assassin's Creed, you know what I mean? Like it's
Yeah,
like
that's
the
kind of the
Legend.
same way. That's what I thought of when you said that, of how like, you know, why am I excited for it? It's like Assassin's Creed a lot
Yeah,
of times the same
that's
thing.
true.
But like, and it gets a lot of criticism for that, and they're like, you know, it's the same thing every year. But like, I don't care. Like, I look forward to it.
Yeah.
I do not mind games that have formulas. If the formula works, like as long as you introduce new elements, new characters, make it exciting, to me, you have a good game series. Because that's what it should be. I don't want a game series where each time I start a new game in the series, I'm like, oh, this is completely different, time to relearn everything. Like, that would be odd. At that point,
Yeah.
there's nothing connecting it.
Yeah.
You know? So, like, for me, I'm totally fine with that.
Okay. That's fair. Alright.
Yeah.
I think that's it.
I think so, because
So is this part where we like end the show, talk a little bit about stuff?
Yeah.
And then end the show again.
Yeah. So that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Next week we'll have the Uncharted review.
Mhm.
And then I think you're gonna try to at least rent Doom next or this
I
week.
am. I think that I'm gonna start some sort of like let's play thing, and I think that Doom, as hilarious as that is for me, because I'm not anticipating I'm going to be good at it, is probably gonna be what I'm gonna play. Also, I'm not like huge into gore, so it's just gonna be an all-around good experience, you know?
Yeah, it should be fun. Alright. Like, comment, subscribe. Check us out on Facebook at Subtrendy. Check out the website,
We
subtrendy.com.
have a website?
We have a website.
What?
We post news articles almost every
Get
day.
out of town.
Except for when we're lazy.
Yep. But yeah, check us out. Let us know what you think in the comments. Like us on Facebook. You know what to do at this point. It's been 36 videos. Thanks for watching Gameswell number 36. I don't believe in numbers or rating systems, so I liked it.
You
Whoa. How
got
do you
better.
not believe in like numbers or rating systems?
It's all arbitrary.
English major.
I don't
There you
believe in
go.
grading, man.